Matsatewelo. We represent the 29. 29 for Fred Douglass, aka Mr. Easier to Be Strong, Kondo Mondashi. Kondo Mondashi, aka the children in Japanese Nippon. Kondo Mondashi, aka Wanku in Yamba, the Bamileke language. Kondo Mondashi, aka the Kinder of Deutsch. Kondo Mondashi, aka les enfants en français. Kondo Mondashi, aka the children in English. Bakere, children in Korean, I. Children in Chinese, Chonghua, I, or Zi, or Tong. So we do it for the Kondo Mondashi. Here we go with a small lecture. In this one, we're going to talk about the periodic table. We're going to talk about the element. The first 40 element in Chinese Chonghua, Ting ai li pipeng tang dang yang fu nai. Now that's the first 10. Ting ai li pipeng tang dang yang fu nai. Ting for hydrogen atomic number 1. I for helium atomic number 2. Li for lithium atomic number 3. P for boron, beryllium atomic number 4, 5. Boron, peng atomic number 5. Carbon 6. 4. Tang atomic number 6. 7. Oxygen in Chinese Chonghua Ndang, Ndang, which also means the egg. 8 for nitrogen. Oxygen is 8. Oxygen in Chinese Chonghua is yang. The yang you have in yin yang, which means the introduction, yin yang, which also mean nutrition in general. Element number 9, Fu for fluorine, Fl, atomic number 9. And the element number 10, N for neon, in Yamba language means the machete. The element number 10, neon in Chinese Chonghua, nei or nai. So the first 10 elements, then we're going to come back a little bit later. But for the one who are familiar with concepts just like hydrogen and this and that, we're going to go like this. It's time the mixtape number 3. It's time the mixtape number 3, aka part of the level name near the point. It's time the mixtape number 3, aka the organic level of organization based on Persian. Was also an introduction to the periodic table. The Persian number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yemba the Bamileke language. Also language people control the pyramid around them. Linaka BCSF, BMG Kasr Bara, AC Wala, ACTZA, HFA, VNBTA, ZBCM, OWS, DMMTCA, EBH, OHSS, Koreashi, IMT, NIPD, MPT for Plagia, Koreashi, IMT, NIPD, Koreashi, IMT, for Cobalt, atomic number 27, Reash for Rhodium, atomic number 45, ER for Iridium, atomic number 77, MT for Medarium, atomic number 109, that's for bench line number 1, bench line number 10, NIPD, and PT for Platinum, Ni for Nickel, atomic number 28, PD for Palladium, atomic number 46, PT for Palladium, Platinum, atomic number, if you already say platinum, we already platinum. We do it for the hip-hop tradition, for the oral culture. You have to put me on one name on Slim Thugger, motherfucker, aka what? We already platinum. Platinum? What? Platinum is nothing. We ain't gonna platinum, we gonna diamond. 10 million soul. We say what? We ain't going platinum, we ain't going gold, we going diamond, 10 million soul. Who am I? Prodigy of Mobb Deep, aka the HNIC, the album HNIC featuring Bar and Hooks. We don't go platinum, we don't go gold, we go diamond. If you say diamond, we gotta keep it pop. And if you say pop, you have to talk about the pop littéral fossa. Pop littéral fossa, diamond shaped structure located in the posterior surface of the knee joint and the main path by which structure move from the anterior leg to the tag to the leg. Border, diamond shaped, so 6 border, medial border by the semimembranous, lateral border by the biceps femoris, infromedial border by the medial head of the gastrocnemius, anterior lateral border by the lateral head of the gastrocnemius plus the plantaris. floor by the posterior surface of the knee joint capsule and the posterior surface of the knee, and roof consists of two layers, polyteal fascia and skin, which is continuing with the polyteal layer of the polyteal fossa. The main content of the polyteal fossa are from medial to latéral, de superficial tubular nerve and the tibial nerve, the common fibular nerve and the tibial nerve, the femoral artery, the popliteal vein. The common fibular nerve and the tibial nerve, aka the most superficial structure in the popliteal fossa, continuation of the sciatic nerve, the femoral nerve, the popliteal artery, aka the deeper structure in the popliteal fossa, is a continuation of the femoral artery, and popliteal vein, the smooth saphenous vein, the popliteal fascia of the popliteal fossa, emptying into the popliteal vein. So we're gonna keep it packed. We say what we don't go platinum, we don't go gold, we go diamond 10 million. So platinum, you're already platinum, minimum one. Name Slim Tugger, we already platinum. If you talk about gold, AU atomic number 79, come a little bit later. We do it for the oral tradition, we do it for the culture. With culture we mean hip hop, and hip hop we mean rap, reggae, reggaeton, R&B, so just from Kukazu Kizomba, no Molo Coupe de Calais, mama Makosa. So one more time from the tab. Hey, it's time to mix the what? It's time to mix the mixtape number 2. I say it's time to mix the mixtape number 3, aka part of level name. It's time to mix it number 3, aka the organic level organization based on punchline, which is also one introduction to the periodic table. The punchline number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inyamba, the Bamiki language is also the one more permitted to comment and toss Samuel file of all of them. Naka RBCSF, BMG Kasr Bara, SC Wala, SCT, HFA, FIM Beta ZBC, MOWS, DMTC, EBH, F Rouge, S Koreashi, AMT, NPD, MPT for Platinum President Chation TS atomic number 110. Punchline number 1, Naka RBCSF, H for hydrogen atomic number 1, Li for lithium atomic number 3, Na for natrium atomic number 11, K for potassium atomic number 19, RMB for rubidium atomic number 37, CS for cesium atomic number 55, FF for francium atomic number 87. Punchline number 2, B, MG Kasr Bara, B for beryllium atomic number 4, MG for magnesium atomic number 20, 12, MK for calcium C atomic number 20, SR for strontium atomic number 30, FBA for barium atomic number 56, and Ra for radium atomic number 89. Punchline number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A, Siwala, SCT, ZA, HFA, FVN, Beta, ZBC, MOWS, DMMTC, EBH, FRO, HSS, Koreashi, AMT, NIPD, NPT, for AC Koreashi, AMT, NIPD, AC Koreashi, AMT, Ko for Cobalt, atomic number 27, Reach for rhodium, atomic number 45, ER for iridium, atomic number 77, MT for menorium, atomic number 109, punchline number 10, Ni, PG, and PT for platinum, Ni for nickel, atomic number 28, PD for palladium, atomic number 46, PT for platinum, atomic number 78, and damnation TS, atomic number 110. That's all the punchline number 10. That's what the part number 1, aka the punchline number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, by the Bamileke language, now we go with the part 2, aka the latanoid and the actinoid, aka last PMD, PMSNU, DD, TB, DWA, OET, MWABILU, that's the latanoid, actinoid, ACTH, PAUMP, POA, MCM, BKCF, SFM, MD, NOLA, say ACTH, PAUMP, POA, MCM, BKCF, SFM, MD, NOLA, SFM, MD, NOLA, S for Einstein, you might do number 19, and if you already say 1999, of course, you have to pay homage to Wu Gangsta Boo, aka take it back to 1999. 1999, Yamba, Bamileke language, send and jukes of Levo, also, one more time, last PND, PMSNU, DD, TB, DWA, OCT, MWABI, LU, ACTH, PAUMP, POA, MCM, BKCF, SFM, MD, and NOLA, SFMD, and NOLA, S for Einstein, you might do number 1999, FM from PM, you might do number 100, MD for Mendeleev, you might do number 101, and NOLA, not for Nobelium, NO, atomic number now, and not for Master P, no limit, Burr, NO for Nobelium, LO, atomic number 102, and LF for Lawrencium, LR, atomic number 103. That's for the punchline number. That's part 3, aka the part 2, the latanoid and the actinoid. And the final part, the punchline number 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, aka CU, AG, AU, RDZ, NCD, HDCN, Bialga for gallium, NTAU, TCSI, germanium, SMPB, FL, NPA, SSBB, IUP, OS, selenium, TEPO, LV, FCL, BR, IATU, S, helium, néon, argon, krypton, xénon, randon, indin, UU, OAC, 11, 12, CU, AG, AU, RDZ, NCD, HDCN, CU for C, Kupfer, Atomic number 29, CUAG, AG for silver. Atomic number 7, CUAG, AU, AU for gold. Atomic 17, RG for Rogamium. Atomic number 111, that's punchline number 11. Punchline number 12, CUAG, AURD, ZNCD, HDCN. ZN for zinc. Atomic number 30, CD for cadmium. Atomic number 48, ZACD, HDCN. HD for mercury. Atomic number 80, and CN for copernicum. Atomic number 112. The punchline number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, aka CUAG, AURD, NCD, HDCN, BAlga for gallium, NTAU, TCSI, germanium, SMPB, FL, NPA, SSBB, IUU, POS, selenium, TEPO, LV, FCL, BRIT, UUS, hélium, néon, argon, krypton, xénon, randon, indin, UOAC, hélium, néon, argon, krypton, xénon, randon, indin, UO, hélium, néon, AION, HE, atomic number 2, neon, NE, atomic number 10, argon, krypton, argon, A, atomic number 18, if you already say AR. Boom, boom, boom. Space replace ARF, Philly, you already know. I say helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, randon, and then you O helium, neon, HE, atomic number 2, neon, NE, atomic number 10. Argon, krypton, argon, AR, atomic number 18, krypton, KR, atomic number 36, xenon, randon, xenon, XE, atomic number 54, random, AN, atomic number 36, and UUO, aka the OG for organism, atomic number 118, that's for the punchline number 18. If you already say OG, you have to pay homage to minimum one of them. You do it for the culture, the one Guru Jazz Matas. That was a small introduction to the periodic table, aka Stamp the mixtape number 3, aka Stamp the mixtape number 3 based on Benchline, which are also an introduction to the periodic table. You already have it. The benchline number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yemba by American language. One more me permitted the woman that also be a file of all of them are. Naka, RMB, CSF, MBA, MGS, Ribara, SCWala, ECT, HFA, FVM, Beta, ZBCM, OWS, DM, TCA, EBH, FROCH, SS, Koreashi, AMT, NIPD, NPT, AC, Koreashi, AMT, NIPD, Koreashi, AMT, Gofoko, Band, Atomic number 27, Reash for Rhodium, Atomic number 47, 45, ER for Iridium, Atomic number 77, MT for Menerium, Atomic number 109, that's a punchline number 9, punchline number 10, NIPD, NPT for Platinum, Ni for Nickel, Atomic number 30, PD for Palladium, Atomic number 46, and ER for Iridium, atomic number 77. Before we move forward, if somebody someday come with this voice and say, this guy, you're gonna hear it in all my videos, and say, I don't work for nobody, we don't work for nobody, we work for the Kondo Mondashi, aka the children in Japanese Nippon. So that was the part 1. The part 2, the Latanoid and the Actinoid la sepianzi PMSMU GDT BDWA OIT Moabelo ACTH PAYO MP POA MCM BKCF SFMMD no LS S4 Einsteinium atomic number 1999 FM for fermium atomic number 100 MD for Mendelevium atomic number 109 NO LR Nobelium NO atomic number 102 Lawrencium LA atomic number 103 part 3 the punchline number 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18 aka CUAG AURG ZNCD HDCN BAlga for gallium, TAU, TCSI, germanium, SMPB, LFNPA, SAB, UUP, OLS, selenium, TEPO, LV, FCA, BRIT, US, hélium, néon, argon, krypton, xénon, randon, éden, UOAC, hélium, néon, argon, krypton, xénon, randon, éden, UO, hélium, déion, AION, HI, atomic number 2, néon, NI, atomic number 10, argon, krypton, argon, AA, atomic number 18, krypton, KA, atomic number 36, xénon, randon, xénon, SI, atomic number 54, randon, AN, atomic number 86, and then UO, aka the OG for organism, atomic number 118, and because we do it for the culture, one OG, we already say it, Guru, Jamatas, we culture, we mean what? Shared and behavior, acquired in life situation, transmitted between families and no cultural group from generation to generation for the purpose of survival and adaptation. So culture has to be conceived as something dynamic. I say with culture, we mean shared and learned behavior, acquired in life situation, transmitted between families, between no cultural group from generation to generation to generation. So culture has to be conceived as something dynamic, 2 dimension, internal and external. External, visible representation in worldview of Deutsche Weltanschauung, external, visible in artifact, in role, in stating, in institution, in organization, in soup in which all these elements swim is the language. And culture have to deal with what has to deal with aging. Aging, aka the progressive change, which take place in a cell, a tissue, an organ, an organism, a group of organisms with the passage of time. An individual have to deal with development tasks. There are minimum 3 nature. Biological nature, they have to learn to work, for example. Social nature, they have to play their part. Cultural nature, they have to understand the codes by which the culture function. They have to speak the languages. For example, they have to know that in the Mbappe is a set, aka the Pan-African version of chess. We just say the RBG version of chess, and every time we say RBG, you have to pay homage to who? The Honorable Marcus Garvey, aka me and aka the greatest of all time, of course, the ladies, Amy Jack, Amy Ishwood, Garvey. So that we do it for the culture. That was the periodical in Chinese Chunghwa. Now from 1 to 40, the first 40 elements, Ching Ai Li Pe Peng Tang Nang Ya Fu Nai Na Nai Liu Ya Ling Liu O Li Si Tia Ngai Kang Tai Fang Re Meng Tian Gu Nye Tong Sing Che Je Sing Si Siu Tong Nye Ge Song Hi Gao Asewa Ching Ai Li Pe Peng Tang Nang Yang Fu Nai Na Nai Lu Ling Li O Lu Si Tia Ngai Kang Tang Yi Fang Re Meng Tian Gu Nye Tong Sing Chia Je Sing Si Si O Ke Ru Song Hi Gao Gao for Wu Zicodium Z atomic number 40. He for Wu, he for E Trom atomic number 39. Song or Si for Wu for strontium atomic number 38. Ru for Wu, Ru for ruthenium atomic number 37. Ke for Wu, kryptonium atomic number 36. Cu for Wu, Cu for bromine atomic number 35. C for Wu, C for selenium atomic number 34. Sheng for Wu, Sheng for arsenic atomic number 33. Ge or Duo for Wu, germanium Ge atomic number 32. Gia for Wu, Gia for gallium atomic number 31. Sing for Wu for zinc, is it N atomic number 30. Tong for Wu, Tong for Kupfer atomic number 29. We are getting backward, right? Nye for Wu, Nye for nickel, nickel atomic number 28. Ngu for Wu, Ngu for cobalt atomic number 27. Tia for Wu, Tia for iron atomic number 26. Meng for Wu, Meng for manganese atomic number 25. Luo or Ngre for Wu for chromium atomic number 24. Fang for Wu, Fang for vanadium V atomic number 23. Ti or Tai for Wu for titanium atomic number 22. Kang for Wu, Kang for, I don't even know in which languages this has to be. It's Kang, I'm gone. In Chinese Chunghwa, I don't have to translate it anymore. Wow, because Chinese Chunghwa is the oldest language on this planet. The other one is Yemba, the Bamileke language. We started this thing with H Lenaka RMBCSFA. H for hydrogen, atomic number 1. In hydrogen, you have gen. Gen means to disturb, to nourish other people. So, genetic is the science of enriching any other people. Vision of the world, internal dimension of culture, culture are shared, learned, behavior acquired in life situation, transmitted between families, between ethno-cultural group from generation to generation for the purpose of survival and adaptation. So culture have to be conceived as something dynamic. 2 dimension, internal visible in representation. Attitude, for example, predisposition in front of certain class of person, class of object to react with certain form of behavior. Auf Deutsch, die Prädisposition für bestimmte Klasse von Personen und Objekten zu reagieren, bestimmte Formen des Verhaltens. En français, les attitudes comme les prédispositions face à certaines classes de personnes et classes d'objets à réagir à certaines formes de comportement. And also visible in what? In worldview, vision du monde en français, Weltanschauung. The vision of the world, the most abundant element, hydrogen. In hydrogen, you have gen, which means to nourish other people. No, we say qing in Chinese, Chungwo. We say what? We say qing. So one more time, the Earth's 40 element, qing ai li pe peng tan na yang fu nai na nai lu si ling lu yo li ya jian gai kang ta yi fang re meng jian gu nie dong xin jie zhi xing si si wu dong ru 这是星期四哦，个入送hingaru, que for kryptonium atomic number 36, ru for ruthenium atomic number 37, but ru also mean to enter, also mean the matrix, song for strontium, song chu mean écureuil en français, for example, and he is the number 1 in Chinese Chonghua. He is the bird name swallow. There are minimum 2 different ants with the name he. He is the name of the chameleon. He also mean the chair. He also mean the clothes. He mean a lot of things. We're going to introduce the kids to the oldest language on this planet based on that. One more time. If somebody one day, in all the videos, we're going to hear it. Anybody who listen to one of our video, download, put it somewhere. If somebody one day come and say, that voice over there, I'm working for nobody. Yes, I'm sorry, my fault. We work from somebody. The one, the kondo mondashi, aka the Japanese in Japanese Nippon. The singular of kondo mondashi, so kondo mondashi, that's the plural, many children. One kid in Japanese Nippon is ko. But guess what? The same ko, which means kid in Japanese Nippon, ko is also the number 1 in Somalia. Ko is the number 9 in Burma. Ko means to write in Yoruba. Ko is the foot in Bassa. Ko is the neck in Fogbe. All the same origin. How many languages? Some say 6,500. Some say 7,000. We are able to prove it's all the same language. We speak it and we don't work for nobody. If somebody any day come and say this guy over there, we know him from somewhere, I don't know nobody, we don't know nobody, we know the code no more that shit. That was the periodic table, a small sample. Next video gonna be something else in 1 different languages. We have to do this because the people have to know about the voice. We don't do it for the money. We don't do it for the fame. You're never going to see us somewhere saying we do this because we want to have some money. To keep it clear, we do it so the people don't going to misuse our work. Here, the name of our the school. You see this? You see the symbol? If somebody one day come and bring you some stuff, we had this, the periodic table. This here is the periodic table, the first 14 elements. Ting, ai, li, pe, peng, tang, dang, yang, fu, nai, nai, lu, si, ling, lu, o, lu, ya, tia, ngai. Kang, ta, yi, fang, re, meng, tia, ngu, nye, tong, sing, tia, njia, je, shing, si, o, ke, ru, song, hi, gao. Gao, aka what? Aka the cookie or the cake. In Japanese, in Chinese Chonghua, Gao is 1 city in Mali. The number is 1 city in Mali. We're going to open it. We're going to do 1 special video only for the numbers. So you see this? If somebody one day, this year is Monopoly. Monopoly, you have how many positions? 40 positions. Here in this position, in this year, you have a chessboard. You have 64 positions. Harriet Tubman, aka Wu, I free 1,000 slaves. I could free 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Slavery is not something good. The only way to escape from slavery, hydrogen mean nothing. We say ching. Helium mean nothing. We say I. By saying I, what's the advantage? By saying I, what's the advantage? We use the Monopoly board, 40 position in this case, with the chessboard 64 position. In the Mie Teta, we have 140 different positions. What's the advantage to say I? Here, Ching for the 1. What's the advantage to say I and not helium? I mean the children. In Chinese Chonghua, I mean the skeleton in Chinese Chunghwa. I mean the element helium in Chinese Chunghwa. I mean the element Einsteinium, atomic number 1999 in Chinese Chunghwa. Already minimum 4 concepts. I should mean what you call the fuck en français. Eiche of Deutsch Wasserfeld. How many concepts? You already have 6. The same I, which means helium or Einsteinium or the skeleton or the children in Chinese Chunghwa, also mean the love. So in this position we have the love in Chinese Chunghwa. Guess what? The love in Japanese Jipong is also I. That's what this position is good for. But the long in Japanese Nippon also mean I. One more concept. The children I in Chinese Chunghwa, the same I mean the children in Korean Mingwongongu. And guess what? It's the element number 2. The number 2 in Vietnamese is I. So in this position alone, minimum 4 languages. If you say the number 2 in Vietnamese is I. In Japanese, the numbers mot aimba mbong nam sa o bain tam shit mie. Chinese Chunghwa hi a sang si wu li o ti ba ji o shi. Japanese Nippon iji ni sang yongo roku nana achu ku je. Ming wong wongu Korea ya sang sa wu ku che pal ku shi. You see this? If somebody on this planet one day come and show you this same, something like this, we have a lot of them. For the moment there are 18 of them things. 18 of them. This one is the OS 76. OS for osmium atomic number 76 page. There are 18. If somebody one day step in front of you and say, this guy over there, just books here, he have one kind of signing with us going on, or I don't know what. I have nothing with nobody going on. If I don't come and say these people are liars, know that they are the one who have assassinated me. I do this for the condom, that shit. We had other 2 men, aka it's slavery is not something good. I free 1,000 slaves, I could free 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. We have to go back to our own vision of the world. Qing for hydrogène. Qing mean libellule en français. Qing mean la banane en français. Qing mean also mackerel in certain context en français. Mbu Qing is the neck en français. So Qing is also the neck. There are many, this useful, we have to go back to that. I'm going to do it the day I'm going to want to do it. This video is not because I'm trying to have a lot of people. If only one person on this planet, you have this video, download it. If you want, send it to other people. If you don't send it, my problem is not to have 1 billion clicks. Send it, save it by yourself. If one day somebody step in front of you and say this video, show it to the people and say, you see this guy, they assassinate the 29 dude. 29 for who? For the children, aka the Kondo Mondashi. I do this for all the children on this planet. 29 is the name of the AKs. In the next 29 years, I'm saying it live in the video, in a room full with cameras. If somebody say me in front of the people who don't have the skin color named black, speaking, the people have to execute me. Don't do it for money. The people gonna say what you are saying there. Come over here, say it, and we're gonna give you money. I don't gonna do it. I free 1,000 slaves. I could free 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Normal. I free 1,000 slaves. I could free 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. The goal of this video is not to have 1,000 click. The voice, you must have the voice. You must know about the design. Now, there's one guy there who combined chess, aka Shatranj of Arab, and Monopoly together, and he talked about some kind of books. We saw a prototype of it. We have a sample of his voice. It's enough. We don't do this for the money. We don't do this for the fame. If you say periodic table, we want to keep the periodic table with uranium, uranium, aka what? Aka yo, which also mean to have, yo, which also mean oil. Uranium hip hop, uranium ruga. We me want to name Herel, aka I'm the shit. But guess what? The people who control all the pyramid on the moon, the name of the people was Anho. Anho in Yamba mean the truth. Anho mean to shit. To shit. We don't do this for the money. We don't do this for the fame. We don't do it for nothing. We do it for primarily for the culture. We have a couple of names. 78 platinum. We have Slim Thugger. From platinum, we say we don't go platinum. We don't go. We go diamond. 10 million. So 10 million. So it's a blind half from what Prodigy of Mob Deep featuring Bar and Hooks. That's the HNIC, and that's from where we have the Poplite Alfosa. So we don't do it only with the periodic table, chemistry or biochemistry. No, we do it medicine. You have to go back to that. We have to know about our own body part in our own languages. We don't do it because we want to be famous. Even when people going to put the money on the table, I say it live in the camera. If you see me one day in front of somebody who don't have the skin color named black in the next 29 years speaking, say this new 99 dude is a nobody. I'm going to struggle my own life. I'm going to eat from the garbage pan my own life. I free 1,000 slaves, but I could free 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Harriet Tubman. If you take the money from some people, you're going to be a slave your whole life. I don't going to do it. We're going to do it for the culture. In this case, to close, 29th of Ray Douglas, aka it's easier to breathe strong no more than shit to repair broken men. That will be the from organizational point of view. But if you want to keep a culture dirty, aka ODB, aka Dirk, my Dirk, Wu-Tang is for the children. At the end of the day, we have to do it for the children. And when I say children, I don't make no differences. If I live long enough, all East Indian kids, when East Indian, I mean Pakistan, I mean India, I mean Sri Lanka, all Arab kids, I mean Iran, Iraq, all of them, all Asian kids. No, Asia is no place on this plane. Yacho, that's the name of the continent where you have Mingongwongo, aka Korea, where you have Nippon people, aka Japan, where you have Chungwa people, aka China. All kids living in the so-called Western world, in Europe, no matter which France or Germany or Portugal or no matter where, I'm going to come the day I'm going to feel like it's my time now. But I have to live long enough. I have to live long enough, and I have to decide it by myself. I give you a little, it's going to be in the next 29 years. If I live 29 years, it's going to be that. If you see me before that, say I'm nobody. I say it live in the camera, I'm going to put it in the internet. They're on the internet. They have the possibility to say, hey, you know what? Nobody going to watch the videos. Okay. But if minimum one person, not 20, minimum one person to say, hey, that's the video, download it, put it somewhere. And the day they're going to come with this type of books, you're going to say, what? That's your ownership, monkey. Have a nice day. For the corner on that shit. The next video gonna be a little bit harder. I mean, what? That was the periodic table. Eshinaka, BCS, FBM, GCAS, Rubara, SUWala, UCT, ZIHF, VMBTA, ZBC, MWS, DMTC, EBH, for Rouge, Courage, EMT, NIPD, MPT for Platinum, plus Saturn DS, Atomic Number, 110, La Supian, DPM, SMU, DD, TBD, WAO, Team Wabil, OCTH, PAU, MP, MCM, BKCF, SFMD, NO, LS, UAG, UAG, GHTC, MPL, Gafogal, MNT, UTC, SI, Germanium, SMPB, FL, MPA, SSB, IUP, OL, Féinium, TPO, LVN, FCLB, ITU, S, Helium, Néon, Argon, Krypton, Xénon, Rondon, NNUO, Helium, Néon, Hélium, H, atomique number 2, Néon, NI, atomique number 10, Argon, Krypton, Argon, E, atomique number 18, Krypton, K, atomique number 36, Xénon, Rondon, Xénon, SI, atomique number 54, Rondon, AN, atomique number 86, and then UO, aka OG, for Garrison, atomique number 118. That was the whole periodic table. Come on, man. This state, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. We are proud of ourselves. and we're doing it alone. I think in hip-hop culture they call it self-made. I don't own nobody, nothing. The goal of this video is not to become famous, to have another click. Is to make the people know. You see this perspective. It's one body. Somebody, you look at this video, this guy will have the monkey. Do your own piece of shit.